Hi, so I'm Allison Gazicki, and this will be my last video outlining what I learned in my service learning experience in CIS 112 for Mission Dental Clinic in Lexington, Kentucky. So what I learned from Mission Dental really applies to not just dentistry, because I really didn't have very much dentistry-related responsibilities due to my lack of experience. But it really applies to just life as a whole, and it can really be useful to any student, healthcare or not. So what I learned mostly from Mission Dental is that if you have a passion for something, that's what you need to be doing with your life. Because it was so obvious when I was watching the dentists work, and even the dental assistants and dental students, you could really tell that they had a passion for dentistry and that they were really interested in it, and they were interested and cared about the patient's well-being and their oral health, obviously specifically, but not just that, but their overall well-being as a person and how happy they were and whether they were in pain or discomfort, because they really do care. And they really do have a passion for what they're doing, and it's really obvious when someone does have that passion, and it comes through in everything they do. So I learned that it's really important to have that in whatever you do. So if it's math or science or even the arts or, anything, you can really make a huge difference in the quality of your work if you care about it. Not just the quality of your work, but if you care about why you're doing it and who you're helping and who you're influencing with your work. So that's a really important thing that I took away from that experience. And I think that the most pivotal moment when I realized that that's kind of what this experience was going to be about was when I was working with that graduate student. And I think it was the second time I volunteered there, but she was just telling me, it goes dentistry school and undergrad, she said they both just flew by, but she couldn't be happier to be going out into the field because she was so excited to have her own patients and have her own practice and just, get out in the world and start helping. And I thought that was so inspirational because, you want dentists like that, and you want, pharmacists like that, and you want physicians, and, whatever you end up doing, you want someone that cares about it, and you want someone that's excited to come into work every day because, that's going to come through in the work that they produce. And another thing is that I heard a quote that said, when you're choosing a career, you want to choose something that you would do for free. And I think that applies really well here because the dentists that volunteer at Mission Dental, they're not getting paid to do that. So they come in after, well, at least to my knowledge, but they come in after their day jobs. So the clinic is actually open only from like 6 to 9 p.m. on weekdays. And that's because these dentists have other jobs. They probably have their own practices, or maybe they work at the hospital, but they're coming in after hours to work on these patients for either no pay or very little pay at all. And I think that says a lot about them, and it says a lot about their career path that they chose, because not a lot of people find so much fulfillment from their job that they would come in after a long day and do more of it without any real compensation for it. So I think that is I think that's kind of a big deal that they take their time out to do that for their community. And that's another important lesson, is that when you're trying to help your community and you're trying to, get involved and do service, you want to use your unique skills and talents to really make the biggest difference. And that's not just because, you're more passionate about it and it'll come through in your work, but also because each person in a community has a different role. And these dentists, the way that they can help the most is by doing their dentistry. Or, a physician, when they're doing a walk-in clinic, that's the way that they can help their community the most. And I think it's important to find out the skill set that you have and what you can offer and kind of give back to the people that have, poured so much into you. So I think that my experience at Mission Dental has been really valuable, and not just because I learned a lot about dentistry, but also just because I learned about healthcare, interprofessional workings, community workings, and just life in general. So thank you to everyone at Mission Dental, and it's been a great trip.